cultural anthropologist of the 20th century, Margaret Mead, once said that change comes from a group of small, determined individuals. That is, in fact, the only way we can expect change to occur in the world. If there was ever a group of small, determined, not physically small, but small in size, determined individuals, we can say that it is found at our Toastmasters Club at FAU. When I joined in 2019, little did I know the journey that I would be on and the amount of change that I would be forced to accommodate. As we all know, the only thing more certain than change is death and taxes. But with today's speech, I will outline how my new role as president comes with a lot of responsibilities, and making a plan for that change can actually be extrapolated onto every situation in our life. Change is inevitable. As you can see, I will get out of everyone's way. Here, we have a couple of pictures starting from left to right that are of my first year as officer. In the top left corner, I became Vice President of Education in 2019 for this club. The bottom picture underneath that is of the officers who were also inducted, some of them at least. And off to the far right is a Toastmasters Leadership Institute that we held here at the Florida Atlantic University with several of our confreres, officers and non-officers attending to be trained on various life skills as well as their officer roles. This was starting at my beginning of my journey. Then we have a bit more leaps forward. On the far left, we have a social in which we all go out to eat after meetings. That was in 2022, where we were going out for a, I believe, not sure the name, distinguished Toastmaster Gotzmann, I might remember. Regardless, we went out to the Poke Bowl place in Boca Raton. Then in the middle here, we have 2023. I went to the Toastmasters International Convention, which is held in a different location every year internationally. People from around the world can be there to discuss the coming year of Toastmasters and elect national and international leaders. At the far right, this was this year, 2025, we have our incoming officer class. As you can see, myself, one of the past presidents, Brandon Bell, as well as our host of confreres that are making up our officer class. This is a visual description of how change is frequent and, although daunting, also very exciting. For this project, I had to identify the strengths, areas of improvement, and unique challenges for my change management. In this case, because I'm talking about the changing of the guard, which is the change in leadership for our club, I had to identify what are the strengths, areas of improvement, and unique challenges for this club. I also then had to develop said plan, and I'm honestly still working on it. Our strengths. Because we're a university club, we have potentially endless members to choose from. Every Toastmasters club has the issue of membership. How do you retain them? How do you bring new ones on? Universities are fantastic. Not every Toastmasters club is in the university. There are corporate clubs, there are HOAs which have Toastmasters clubs, homeowners associations. But this is a strength of ours because we do have a large pool of potential members. We have a vast network of confreres, as we say, from District 47. District 47 covers all of South Florida up to, I believe, Broward County?
No, up to Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce, which is Indian River County, and all the way down through the Bahamas, a whole other country. We're unique in that way. Because of that, there are so many wonderful senior Toastmasters who have been around. Our international president from a year past actually hails from District 47, Matt Kinsey. So we have a large number of senior members with a large amount of institutional knowledge that can pass on to new members. As I mentioned, the institutional knowledge of our club alone is significant. We have a past district director right here, Distinguished Toastmaster Austin Canonica. I will never be more proud of a member for going from a single club moment to leading the whole district of South Florida and the Bahamas. It was quite an achievement for someone so young, and besides him, we have other members who are quite senior who have led even the division. I know all these titles are confusing. Stick around, you start to learn what they mean as the year goes on. Areas of improvement. Onboarding new members to help retain them is a big issue. As anyone who listens to a 5-minute Toastmaster speech can glean or attends a single meeting, there is a lot of names, terms, procedures that can become quite overwhelming for a guest or a new member. How do we help them to learn all of that in the fastest and easiest way possible? I think every Toastmasters club struggles with that balance, and we are no different. As I mentioned, passing on that vast amount of senior knowledge is also not that easy. I've taken on a couple of initiatives, which we'll see at the end of this meeting, but I encourage everyone here, if they have any ideas, to please come to me and explain how you learn best. That would be the most helpful thing for us who are in officer positions to know. Do you guys like visuals? Do you like one-on-ones where we explain things? What is the best way that we can pass on this knowledge to you and make you more impassioned and excited about Toastmasters? Our unique obstacles just for our club are that every year Toastmasters demands that you change leadership. You can elect the same people, especially at the club level, not at the district. You can elect the same people to take on mixed roles. For example, we have our immediate past president, Toastmaster Sabrine, who took on the vice president of public relations role this year. Thank you for that. And that makes things unique but interesting, because again, we have all that knowledge that's potentially lost from year to year. We are a university club. Once members matriculate, we actually have the potential to lose them. They're not coming to campus anymore, let alone to meetings. And coordinating our PR efforts, public relations, is actually not that easy. We have different colleges, College of Math, College of Science, with different departments. Getting a hold of everyone is going to be a challenge, but a fun one. What is my plan? It's to organize, network, and succession plan. I say that every morning when I wake up. I say this to myself every night. I don't actually do that.
That'd be weird.
We have our very wonderful network of resources. We are making calendars of events. We are setting up mentorship schemes where we assign every new member a mentor, if they so choose. We have officer meetings, as you can see on the far right. We had one this past weekend where we planned exactly how we're going to take charge of the year and introduce everyone to the Toastmasters world. And of course, succession planning. As president, it is my duty to find the next president and to find the next officers. I encourage everyone here to see themselves potentially in that light, because the mantle could very easily be yours. Managing change is not easy, as we all know, but worth it. I encourage everyone here to think about changing their lives and how they can help me with this change. Toastmaster of the day.